my channel. So, oh my God, I know everyone's gonna say this, but where's the year gone? Like, I can't believe it. Like, we're actually at the end of 2016. I remember filming this video last year. So yeah, crazy that we're here already. I'm super, super excited for next year. I've had such a fantastic year and I'm just feeling so positive about next year already. I hope all of you have had an amazing 2016. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into this video now because I've got quite a lot of things to go through. I'm gonna try not to ramble on about everything because that's what I do, but I won't for this video. And yeah, let's just get into it. First up, it's brows, and the high-end product that I absolutely have been loving through this year is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown. It's just the best pomade out there. It helps you get that definition for your brow. I have got an updated brow routine video coming up, so just keep a lookout for that. For my drugstore favourite, it's my Soap and Glory Brow Archery Pencil in the shade Hot Chocolate. I've actually lost the lid to this spoolie side. This pencil is exactly the same as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil, but just for a fraction of the price. So it is fantastic. Not because it's cheap, because the quality is so good. And then the price just makes it even better. Next up, it's concealers, and my favorite high-end concealer has been my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer this year. And for drugstore, it's been my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. I'm not gonna go too much into detail about the concealers. I'm just gonna leave you a link on the screen for my top 5 concealer videos, so you'll find out a few more of the concealers that I love, so I'm kind of cheating. But yeah, my other favorite concealers, and also why I love them, what they're good for, and just more in depth. So I'll leave the link to that video and go watch it. Moving on to foundations, my favorite high-end foundation has been my NARS Sheer Glow. Now I know this isn't anything new, but I rediscovered it again this year. It's one that I purchased a long time ago. Didn't really like it too much at the beginning. It was okay. Left it, came back to it, and then I was like, damn, this is some good stuff. And I'm absolutely loving it. Like, I always mix my foundations with loads of other foundations, but this is one that I can just leave on its own and it's absolutely perfect. It wears for ages and I really like the shade. I've been wearing the shade Syracuse. I've been a bit tan this year because of all of the holidays, so this has been a good shade for me. And then for my drugstore favorite, you can't purchase it in Boots or Superdrug, but it's at a drugstore price, and it's the EX1 Invisiwear foundation. I believe you can get this from Feel Unique, and if you can't, I'll leave a link. All links for where you can purchase everything will be down below with all the products anyway. But yeah, I've got this in the shade 10. They came out with a few more shades this year. I struggle so much to find the right shade in kind of like lower end foundations, but this is just perfect. It's got the right kind of undertone, which is so important for me. So yeah, loving these two. Moving on to bronzer, my favorite has been the Ofra Versatile Matte Bronzer, and you've seen me obsess over this in tutorials and favorites videos. It's just such a good shade. I think they only have this one shade, but it works so well for me. I love it. It's just perfect, and it also blends so nicely. Oh, and you can get 30% off all Ofra cosmetics using the code ARNTCHILL30 on their website. I don't get anything, I'm just saying you get 30% off if you did want to purchase it. And then for my drugstore favorite, it's my NYX Matte Bronzer, and I've got this in the shade Medium. I actually broke this, but again, the shade is perfect. It gives you kind of that sun-kissed natural glow, nothing too orangey or fake. Also really easy to blend with, and I just think NYX products are such high quality as well. My favorite powder contour high-end product, but it's still really reasonable with price. It's the Makeup Geek contour powders, and I've got this in the shade Half Hearted. I love contour powders that A, blend really well. They're not like chalky and make it like kind of like patchy, and also the shade has got to be spot on. It can't be like bronzery, and then it can't be too like ashy. This just fits right in the middle of that. It gives you that slight bit of warmth, but like depth, kind of warmth with depth. That's how I'm going to describe it. You don't want like bronzery warmth because you've already done that. You want depth, but not too ashy. So this This does that. I don't know if I've explained that correctly, but yeah, it's just such a lovely powder. For my favorite drugstore contour powder, it's the Morphe 9C palette. So it's a highlight and contour palette, and you get 9 shades, hence 9C. But yeah, I really like the contour shades in it because I like to mix a few of them. I generally like to mix this one and this one, but then you've got a few like bronzery shades in it as well. So it's such a nice and versatile palette. If you're going traveling somewhere and you kind of just need one thing, you've got that, and with a pretty highlighter in the center as well. But yeah, for contouring, I really like this. You guys can guess what comes after contour, right? Hello! I thought this would be like the hardest category for me to pick one product, but I'm not gonna lie, I did it within a second. I knew, I was just like, yes, you guys know how many highlighters I have and how many that I do love and I've spoken about, and yeah, I love them. However, there has been one that has stolen my heart this year, and it's the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive highlighter. Just look at this, just oh my god. It's a beautiful light gold, and that is how I like my highlighter. It instantly pops and it works on so many skin tones. So for my favorite drugstore highlighter, and this also only took me a second to even think about, like I knew straight away which one it was, and it's the Sleek Makeup Cleopatra's Kiss highlighting palette. I do love their other highlight palette, and I can't say the name of it, Solstice, so I can't say the name, but it's the other gold packaging. But I feel like this is just as good or even better. I personally just prefer the tones in this one because it complements my skin tone really well, just because they're nice kind of like golden tones, and the quality is fantastic. So I really love the Sleek Cleopatra's Kiss highlighting palette. Moving on to blusher, I must say this is like one product that's not changed since last year, because I like went back and watched last year's video to kind of see, you know, how things have changed since last year and this year, you know, my favorites. And I was like, damn, Archery, like you really need to just get out of that comfort zone. My favorite has been my MAC Mineralize blusher in the shade Warm Soul. It's just so good. Like, I'm wearing it right now. It's my go-to. It always works. It works with absolutely every single look. For my favorite drugstore blusher, I don't think this is something you've seen too much on my channel. I definitely have shown it in tutorials before, but yeah, I've not shown it too much, but I do really like it. And it's the Morphe 9B palette. So again, you get 9 colors in one palette, which is super good, but my favorites have got to be these two here. I really like how pigmented these blushes are. Like, honestly, you need a tiny bit and it goes the longest way. And I also just like the variety of blushes that you get, so you can mix and match and things like that. So for eyeshadow, I couldn't just pick one favorite high-end palette. I've gone for palettes rather than single eyeshadows. And my favorite palette has been the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and it looks like this. It's just such a good neutral palette with a twist. I do have another high-end eyeshadow palette that I do want to show you. So the other eyeshadow palette that I've really loved this year is the Huda Beauty Textured Eyeshadow Palette, the Rose Gold Edition. This didn't come out too long ago, but I feel like this palette is kind of like just another go-to for me. I know that there's been quite a lot of bad reviews on this palette, and I agree that the packaging is awful for the price that you are paying. However, I think the shadows themselves are of great quality. Then for a drugstore favorite palette, it's the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and this is the Warm Neutrals one. As you can see, I really love my kind of warm burgundy tones, so this just screams my name. I recently used this in a Christmas festive makeup look, so I will link it for you if you'd like to see how I used it. But yeah, they are such a good quality. It feels like you are working with high-end eyeshadows, which is why I love this. Moving on to liners, I feel like this year I kind of moved away from gel liners and started like going into the whole liquid liner thing and trying that. But I have to mention a gel liner because it's been amazing, and it is a high-end one. So it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Gel Liner. I love this because it is waterproof. It just stays on. It's super black, so creamy and so easy to work with. It's just such a beautiful product, and I've not tried a gel liner like this before. As for a drugstore favorite, it is a liquid liner, and this is a liner that I've picked out over any of my high-end liners on most days, or whenever I'm getting ready, I'll grab this one. So it's so good. It's the NYX matte liquid liner, and this is the matte black one. I love this because the brush is really, really nice and thin, and also the handle of this liquid liner is nice and thin too. So it's nice to get a grip of and hold, and you can get control over your liner. Doing winged liner is a scary, scary task. I mean, come on, we all take like a deep breath and don't breathe while we're doing it, but this just makes it a whole lot easier. As for mascara, I only have one favorite, and it's not even a high-end mascara. It is Drugstore, and it's just the best mascara I have tried, and I love it. I need to get a new one. It's the L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt Mascara. This mascara, it tight lines your top waterline, it gives you volume, gives you length. It's literally everything you would want in a mascara. And so many times when I've worn this, people have asked me if I'm wearing false lashes, and I'm like, no, it's just mascara, because it just makes your lashes look like you're wearing like wispy lashes, like, you know, the Ardell Demi Wispies. Legit, it looks like I'm wearing them when I wear this mascara. It's so good. And another great thing is that it's super affordable too, so this is just a winner. Moving on to lip liners, this is another thing that's not changed since last year, and I'm quite pleased with it, really. I wouldn't want to change it. It's my MAC lip liners. I just have tried so many, and I don't think you can beat them. I have all of the Huda Beauty lip contour lip pencils, and I still think the MAC ones beat them out of the water any day, and so many others. I feel like a lot of lip liners, like Charlotte Tilbury, Huda Beauty, they've made their lip liners really, really soft and creamy, but like slightly waxy, but they're not that great. With the MAC ones, you can get your pencil to a really nice sharp point. You have full control over it. It's not too smooth where it kind of like just mushes and ends up being like a thick line. No, it's just the best pencil, really easy to work with, and I just think you can't beat them. And finally, for lips, I'm not going to bother mentioning like lipsticks because I've not really used them too much this year, other than Velvet Teddy by MAC, because I just can't get over it. But liquid lipsticks have really stolen the show, and I feel like I've used liquid lipsticks a lot more than anything else this year. So my favourite liquid lipstick, high-end, has been the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipsticks. I just absolutely love them. I feel like they're so pigmented, but really nice and thin. They don't go on really thick and too heavy. They stay on super, super well. And my favorite shade, which you guys all know, is the shade Venus. It's just such a beautiful nude. And then for my low-end ones, I've got two to show you. So for Drugstore, the Sleek Matte Me liquid lipsticks are really, really nice. They've got such a beautiful shade range, especially their nudes, and also very nice dark, like vampy colours also. But the quality of them are really, really nice to work with. And then the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams are also very, very beautiful. Like, these do take a little bit of time to go completely matte. They're really nice and comfortable to wear. They don't make your lips feel super dry. In fact, all of the liquid lipsticks that I've mentioned don't give you that dry, cracked feeling that some lipsticks do. So that's it, guys, for all of my favorites of 2016. I hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to know what yours have been. If you think I need to try something that I haven't, if you've got a favorite, please leave it down below in the comment section, because you guys know I love to try new things all the time, and I'm a shopaholic. So yeah. Also, I'd love to know what some of your New Year's resolutions are. I feel like I need a little bit of inspiration. I do have a little bit of a list. And I have a video coming soon with a huge giveaway for you all, and also some new updates are going to be happening on my channel. I've got loads to tell you, actually. I've got loads to tell you. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on anything. And also please give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it. And yeah, follow me on Snapchat to see what I'm up to daily, and Instagram to see more things. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely new year. No matter what it is you are doing, stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.